There is a power within you so immense, so unshakably magnetic, that the moment you turn your awareness inward and claim its authority, the very minds of others are compelled to bend in response to it. You have no need to chase, to beg, to seek approval or reassurance. You were never meant to grovel before the mirror of another's opinion. You were created to command, not by force, not through effort, but through the effortless power of assumption. You are, to every Affilius power, through the Affilius power of assumption. You were born with the divine gift of imagination, and within this inner world you hold the master key to the thoughts of others. You do not have to shout, you do not have to plead. You whisper in consciousness, and the world echoes your desire. Every thought you think is a seed, every assumption you persist in is a vibration, and every feeling you occupy is a telepathic message that crosses all time and space. There are no barriers in the invisible world. You are not separate from the one you wish to think of you. You are not waiting for them to understand, to come to their senses, to notice your worth. No, you are the operant power. You are the source of that connection. The moment you turn within and feel yourself as already desired, already adored, already lodged deep into their psyche, it becomes reality. It may seem like magic, but it is law. What you feel as true is pressed upon the mind of the one you are thinking about. Your assumption becomes their obsession, and they don't know why, they don't know how. They simply cannot stop thinking about you. This is not manipulation, this is creation. This is remembering the truth that all is one and that the mind of the other is not separate from your own. The moment you dare to occupy the state of being desired, being longed for, being deeply and completely wanted, something begins to stir in them. Thoughts that they believed were theirs alone begin to take on the shape of your intentions. You are the seed of their thoughts. The inner conversation you have about them becomes the echo in their soul. They cannot get you out of their head because you are the one writing the script. You must understand, it is not what you say outwardly that creates change. It is not even your actions that produce results. It is the unseen world, the thoughts you think, the imaginal acts you repeat, the inner states you dwell in, that conform reality to conform. You want them to obsess over you, then first you must obsess within, not with fear, not with desperation, but with love, with certainty, with the knowing that you are the one they crave. Feel it, see it, hear their thoughts as if they are speaking them now. I can't stop thinking about you, you hear them say. You're all I want. I don't know what's happening to me, but I need you. Let that become your internal reality and watch how effortlessly it becomes theirs too. When you impress the subconscious with the feeling of already being desired, that feeling travels beyond the limits of your body. It leaves your field and touches theirs. You are not sending something outward. You are merging with their mind through the unseen, because all minds are connected. There is no separation. There is no gap. You are not trying to make something happen. You are choosing to know that it already is. This is how the command works. Not through willpower, not through coercion, but through the relaxed, confident, and consistent knowing that your desire is already fact. And so you live in the end. You live in the scene where they are already yours, where their obsession is already a lived reality. You close your eyes and feel the heat of their desire, the urgency in their messages, the tone of their voice as they try to make sense of the pull they feel. They're confused, they're obsessed, they can't understand why, but they want you now, more than ever before, not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because you said so, not with words, but with the silent force of your inner dominion. The world is a mirror, and every mirror reflects what you are, not what you try to be. You do not need to try, you only need to be. Be the one they obsess over by choosing to dwell in the consciousness of already being that person. If you want them to dream of you, then you must dream it first. If you want them to ache for you, you must feel that ache within, of being so fully wanted, so completely cherished that the universe must respond, not with resistance, but with obedience to your inner command. You do not fight with appearances. You do not argue with facts. You go above them. You climb into the mountaintop of vision and speak from there. They are mine. They miss me. They can't sleep without thinking of me. They are obsessed completely and helplessly. And you don't need to see evidence right away. That is the mark of the untrained mind. The trained mind knows that all change begins within. The trained mind knows that reality is a servant and you are the master, not through effort, but through assumption. You are not trying to make it happen. You are letting it be. Let them feel your presence before you even speak. Let your image rise up in their mind throughout the day. Let your voice echo in their inner conversations. Because you are there, not physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you've made your home in their thoughts by first making your home in the belief that you already live there. That is the telepathic command. It's not loud, it's not aggressive, it is quiet, it is certain, it is inevitable. You walk through your day with a calm power. You are not desperate because you already have what you want. You are not waiting because the moment you assume it, it is done. When you send out the signal of already being desired, the universe rearranges itself around that truth. People move, circumstances shift, thoughts are implanted, and they do not know where they came from, but they can't stop thinking of you. They dream of you, they wonder about you, they check their phone, they feel your pull like gravity itself. This is not fantasy, this is not delusion, this is law. You are not hoping they will think of you, you are deciding they already do. The difference between a beggar and a master is not action, it is identity. Who are you being in consciousness? Are you being the one who lacks, who waits, who hopes? Or are you being the one who has, who knows, who commands? The one who is already loved is the one who gets love. Who is already loved is the one who gets love. The one who is already remembered is the one who becomes unforgettable. The one who feels desired is the one who is desired. Instantly, magnetically, irresistibly. And if doubt tries to creep in, you do not entertain it. You do not feed the false god of fear. You return to the throne of your mind and you speak again, they are obsessed with me. And you say it not to force reality, but to remind yourself of what already is. You dwell in that end, you marinate in that feeling, you walk like it's done, you smile like you know the secret. Because you do. You found the source and the source is within you. No one outside of you has the power to choose what you experience unless you give it to them. Take it back. Reclaim your authority. Become the one they obsess over, not by chasing, but by becoming. The magnet does not run after the metal, it pulls it. It attracts. And it attracts because of what it is, not what it tries to be. You are the magnet. You are the signal. And the stronger you believe in your inner world, the faster the outer will reflect it. So feel it now, not tomorrow, not when you see signs, now. Feel them wondering about you. Feel them unable to shake your presence. Imagine them speaking about you to their friends, confessing they can't understand why they can't stop thinking about you. Imagine their body feeling pulled toward you, their heart racing when they hear your name, and let that imagination burn so brightly within you that it becomes more real than anything outside, because that's how creation works, first within, then without. You are not planting the seed of obsession in their mind. You are awakening it, because it already exists in the timeless field of all possibilities. You are selecting it, focusing on it, living from it, and thereby commanding it to take form. They were always yours. They were always connected to you. You are simply tuning yourself to that frequency. And when you stay tuned, when you remain loyal to the unseen, reality must respond. They will move. They will reach out. They will speak. They will act. But it will feel as if it came from them, because in truth it did, through you. This is the great secret. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be popular. You only need to believe, not passively, but actively, not as a wish, but as a knowing. You must walk, breathe, think, and feel as if their obsession is already yours. And when you do, you will discover something miraculous. It was always yours. You were never waiting. You were always the cause. And when you understand that you are the cause, everything changes. You stop reacting and start originating. You stop asking, why haven't they contacted me? And you begin declaring, of course they miss me. Of course they can't stop thinking of me. And in that moment you rise into your true nature, the divine creator of experience, not by struggle, but by stillness. Not by effort, but by occupancy. You become the one who no longer waits for proof, because your knowing is the proof. You dwell in the state of being the most desirable thought in their mind. You are their fascination, their heartbeat, their secret hunger. You do not need signs to know it is working. The signs follow the assumption, they do not precede it. This is why you must hold the feeling before the evidence appears, because you are not reacting to the world, you are commanding it. And your command is felt not through your voice, but through your vibration. What you consistently feel, think, and know becomes the vibration you emit. And the moment your vibration shifts to I am desired, I am the obsession, I am unforgettable, reality conforms. Their thoughts adjust. Their energy realigns. Their heart begins to echo with your name. They wake up in the morning with you on their mind, and they don't know why. They go through their day distracted, restless, haunted by your memory, pulled by an invisible current. That current is you. Because you are not just someone they met, you are now a presence inside their being. You entered not by effort, but by permission. Your own permission. You gave yourself permission to be remembered, to be wanted, to be needed. And because you believed it, they must now feel it. This is the power of inner conviction. It bypasses logic, it bypasses time, and it overrides all obstacles. It does not ask for permission from the outer world. It declares reality from within. And so you must persist, not in begging, not in yearning, but in being. You persist in the state of already being obsessed over. You persist in the feeling of being the most magnetic person in their world. You do not ask how it will happen. You do not concern yourself with the mechanics of manifestation. That is not your job. Your only job is to sustain the state of the wish fulfilled. And as you do, the rest is taken care of. Perfectly, effortlessly, precisely. Let every thought of yours now become a seed of certainty. Let every moment you spend in imagination be rich with the scent of fulfillment. When you walk, walk as the one who is loved. When you sleep, sleep as the one who is longed for. When you speak, speak as the one who is on their mind, constantly. Not because you're hoping to be, but because you know you already are. That knowing is what separates the dreamers from the manifestors, the wishful thinkers from the conscious creators. You do not visit this state, you live in it. You bathe in it, you breathe it in with every thought. And the more you return to it, the more it becomes your default, your natural dwelling place. And from that place, you will notice that people begin to treat you differently. The one who once seemed distant begins to draw near. The one who forgot you now remembers. The one who moved away now gravitates back, as if pulled by a thread they cannot see but cannot ignore. They say to themselves, why am I thinking about them so much? Why can't I stop wondering what they're doing? Why do I feel like I need to talk to them right now? These questions are not random. They are the echoes of your assumptions reverberating in their consciousness. Because you dare to see yourself as unforgettable, they cannot forget you. Because you claim their obsession in your imagination, they are now overtaken by it in reality. The mind of another is not off limits. There is no rule that says you must be separate. The moment you select a new state of being, of already having, already being desired, you fuse with their thoughts, not through control, but through communion. You join them in consciousness, and what you feel they begin to feel, what you think they begin to ponder. What you declare internally becomes their external experience. You are the author, they are the reader, and the story is written in your imagination. There is nothing too good to be true. There is no desire that you cannot realize. But you must remain loyal to it. Not just when it feels easy, not just when things appear to be going your way, but even when appearances seem to contradict you. Especially then. Because that is the test of your faith. That is the test of your creative dominion. Can you still believe when the outer world says otherwise? Can you still hold the feeling of being desired when there's silence, or distance, or delay? If you can, you pass through the veil. You step out of the illusion of separation and into the reality of creation. Your command is simple. They are obsessed with me. And you do not whisper it with doubt. You declare it with boldness. You feel it with confidence. You allow it to saturate your being until it becomes who you are. And once it becomes who you are, the world cannot help but conform. Their thoughts conform, their actions conform, their emotions rise up to meet the vibration you've chosen. They may resist, they may distract themselves, but the obsession will grow because it is seeded deep within. And the seed you plant in imagination cannot be unplanted. They will feel it, they will surrender to it, they will act on it. Not because you forced them to, but because you assumed it to be. So, you are the soul they cannot forget. You are the light that flickers in their mind even when they try to shut it out. You are the thought that returns, the memory that lingers, the pull that becomes irresistible. And all of this begins not in them, but in you. In your willingness to accept your power, in your courage to embody the state of already being desired, in your quiet, confident choice to live as the one they cannot let go of. Let your inner world be louder than the silence. Let your vision be clearer than the absence. Let your knowing be deeper than their delay. Because your knowing is the seed of their obsession. You are not waiting for the world to change. You are changing your world from within, and the outer must follow. You are not the echo, you are the voice. You are not the consequence, you are the cause. You are not the forgotten, you are the unforgettable. And the moment you choose to be, everything else must become. And now walk with the certainty of someone who knows that they have already been chosen. Let that certainty carry you through the day like a quiet flame that never wavers. There is no need to announce it to the world, no need to explain it to anyone. The power of the telepathic command lies not in external words, but in the deep, saturated knowing within. You radiate it. You exude it. It becomes a field around you. An invisible current that brushes against the mind of the one you desire over and over until they cannot look away, until they cannot forget, until they surrender. Feel it is real. That is the secret to everything. Not halfway, not part-time, completely. Step fully into the feeling that they're obsessed with you. Let that feeling take root in your body, in your heart, in your breath. Let it become so natural that you forget it was ever a desire. It just is. You don't question if the sun will rise. You don't wonder if your name is yours. You know. And this is how you must know your telepathic command has worked. You send the signal through the field of assumption. It was received. It is done. You don't see them as someone